it says, "You're live. You're alive. I'm alive." And then it tells me, "Welcome to live chat. Remember to be a good girl." Aren't these cool? I bought these cute, adorable little hemp leaf moles off of a lady. Hillary helped me find them. I bought all 14 moles that she had. I think it cost me 50 something dollars. And we are making gummies, and I'm going to do a class on it. And hey, Pam, because I thought a lot of you might like to make your own CBD gummies. And I called the FDA today to see if it was considered a nutritional supplement, so therefore I could make them and sell them, or it was not, and I had to have a health department approved kitchen, although I know many vape shops and whatnot make their own anyway. But in any case, we're not going to discuss things. So, uh, my employee over there is making her first soap. So, of course, we're going to make our own gummies. This is a 25 milligram frog. Um, and this is just a way to cut down your expenses. Now, we're going to do a class on this. So we're going to have a class where we'll hand walk you through everything you need to know to make CBD gummies for yourself. But some of the things that you can use existing CBD that you purchase right off of the shelf. You can use hemp oil extract that you purchase. And you can also use isolates. And I do have an opinion on which is better, and I'll tell you in the class. But basically, the class will teach you how to work with all of these. But let's say that you have your own hemp, and like me, you've made your own hemp base, okay? So that is what we're making this out of today. And we have absolutely no idea how strong this is because we're still learning, and I've got to learn that. But in the meantime, we're making our gummies out of this, and like I've already had one, and like, oh my gosh, it really works. I don't know what kind, but I don't know how strong they are because I've got to learn that part when it comes to doing it from here. It's very easy to figure out how much you are utilizing when you use something that's already pre-measured on the milligrams. So this is 100 milligrams of CBD. So if you poured this whole bottle in your mixture, then you could have 100 milligrams worth of CBD. But knowing how to decide and how strong they are and to reproduce is something we're all learning now that hemp has been descheduled. It's no longer illegal in the United States. And so the first thing I'm doing is I'm diluting my CBD into my pot, and I'm diluting that so that I can add my other ingredients. So while that is doing its thing, how are you doing with that, Cheryl?
I've got one done with the design, but the design ain't that prominent.
Come show me your design. Come show it to us. Cheryl's learning. I thought y'all would really get a kick out of that.
The ends look like crap. The ends. But I started out good-ish.
Hang on. I have to. It looks good. It looks good. Hold it. Set that one down, but not on the stove, because parts of the eyes are hot. No, that won't hold it. There you go. And look at her first molded soap. Come on over here. Let's give her clappies. She's so excited. We can't tilt it too much because then it might start, going to the other side and seize up. But look at that. Her first soap. She did every bit of this herself. All I did was monitor here and there, but she did it all by herself. I know. Look at the hearts and the clappies you're getting. Woohoo! Awesome job. Awesome sauces. All right, so now I want to show you something on this one and that one. Can you see how it's a touch taller here and a touch lower here? It's just barely. But see how it's lower here and a touch? That's normal. So we just do like that. See, now it's right. There you go. Woohoo! So now I have my CBD dissolved, and so now I'm going to put in a fourth a cup of water, and then I'm using, because we're testing, we're just playing, I have some organic sugar that if we, you know, get this thing perfected. But in the meantime, we're adding regular sugar to the mix. And we're real excited about being able to do classes. And so we're working on perfecting the recipe. We saw quite a few recipes online, but it seemed to be very discombobulated, and people didn't understand the CBD that they were putting in there. Some of them, or most of them, they just went and picked something up off a shelf from somewhere, and they were just utilizing it, but we don't know what it was made of or what the ingredients is, and so I'm wanting to teach you how to make them from scratch. And we're even wanting to, instead of using this kind of sugar, we're wanting to use our own homemade corn syrup possibly. Get in there. It will not go. It just wants to stay. It's like, please don't make me go. Please don't make me go. All right. I'll just not make you go. It won't go. It's just forget it. Let me find a cloth. I was messing with soap. So that, and then we have to add some of our Knox gelatin. And we're on our last box. This is our third batch. We've been making them like fire because they're so good. We're figuring it out, and we're like, no, I don't like the taste of this. Let's try this. Let's try that. Let's see if this will work. And so we are playing with it. And now we're just dissolving it all, and so we're just going to let it sit on low. Oh, that peach smells viciously awesome. That is good. All right, so, but now I want to show you, hey everybody, I want to show you the ones that we've made. So we made these right here. You may have seen these in the picture, and this is all for our personal consumption. We're not trying to be super clean or environmentally safe. We're not trying to, we're just, this is something we're just doing to play, and when we actually make something that someone else would eat, we will do differently. But we're just here in the kitchen playing. And so you can see some of the specs in this one. That is your CBD from the kind that I'm using. And we rolled those in sugar. We've tried a couple of different sugars and or sugar quantities. And so I wanted to show you popping out some of these that we just made. So, woohoo! See, they come out pretty easy. Aren't those nifty? And Hillary, you should send a link to this to the dear lady that sold these to me, because you helped me find her. So here is our two gummies, and we've worked hard, see now, to try to figure out how to not have the little specks, to get it all in there, you might say. And what is we drop them in sugar. Are you going to be a guinea pig on this one? This is the one that we added the sugar to.
I will, but I won't love it.
You won't love it? How come?
The flavor.
What? But you don't like strawberry? She's so finicky. Well, you don't have to try one.
I will.
She says, I will. I will, Dad.
I shouldn't put my hand in there.
Oh, okay. All right. Step over here. Okay, open up. It popped back. There you go. We're crazy. You have to stay here and make faces for the camera if it's good or bad. I think I could.
It's sweeter than the orange one was.
Mm-hmm. And you don't taste the back note of the CBD.
No.
It's gone. Woo-hoo! We have made perfection. Now, I almost feel like that the powdered sugar almost might be too much. Because they're sweeter. Oh, look, she says, no, let me have my powdered sugar. So, I want to try one with no powdered sugar, but I got to get the powdered sugar off my hands. Do you want to try one with without powdered sugar to see what it tastes like?
Because it tastes good with the sugar to me.
It tastes too sweet almost to me. But, so here it is without powdered sugar. Yeah. This is perfection for me.
The other one is for me.
The
And I don't really taste the CBD like I did with the orange one.
And you don't. We've nailed it. Right? High five. Okay. So now we can make batches and all that good stuff and know we've done it right. So now, as you saw, I've just had it on the oven. I've just been letting it dissolve, but there's certain steps that work out the best that we want to teach you how to do. How to make CBD gummies from either, and now we're going to have tincture classes. So we're going to have classes to teach you how to make your own base ingredient if you have your own cannabis plant material that's dried. We're going to have classes on how to do this, make this from scratch. But in the meantime, we have a class coming up. It's $100 for everything I know about CBD, and I'll be teaching on what these ingredients are, how that you work with them, how that you, work with them in products, including gummies, and also these products, what's in them, how to tell whether they're good or bad, what can make them bad, what can make them good, what can make them not work when they say they're as good as somebody else's, that kind of thing. We're going to be teaching all that kind of stuff, and that class is already on the board at soapykisses.com. I love that name, soapykisses.com. And so here is our mixture, and because I've been talking to you a lot, I've got some lumps. Hang on, let me give it a good whisking. What would be really fun is to make these in a quantity and use a stick blender, but we're doing small batches. Oh, this reminds me.
The thing I don't get on all the videos, they use that exact same amount of stuff we're using. And getting like 100, 150 gummies. We're not doing.
Yes, but we're making little bitty gummy bears.
That's not extremely smaller than that.
You think not?
No.
So here we have our molds. And I'll teach you about utilizing this product why to do it, why not to do it when we do class, and on these gummies. And you know, it'd be really wonderful. I mean, if you're in a legal state, you can use this same method to make edibles that would have THC in them. But for everybody that's in a non-legal state, we can make CBD gummies that would be good for our kids. And we know what's in there, right? My grandson is just started. Whenever hemp was descheduled, she talked to the teacher about it, and she showed him where it was descheduled, and now it was legal 100%, no problem ever. And she told the teacher, I'm going to give him a 10 milligram gummy every morning. And he has some autistic symptoms. And then next week, I'm not going to give him any. And on Monday, he came home from school, and on Tuesday, he went back to school. And the teacher called and told her, you can either bring him a gummy or you can come and get him. So they recognized the joy of a gummy. But you know, you wouldn't want to produce a really super large gummy for your child in milligrams. So understanding what milligrams does what and how to, divide out your milligrams is real important. And we've got to get these out of here, and I'll show you more about those. But in the meantime, I'm going to pour this batch up. And I'm so excited about the fact that these are made from my hemp that I produced. I didn't grow it, but I bought it and I took it home. I didn't take it home. I took it somewhere where I could produce that, because we don't have a program in Alabama yet. So I couldn't legally produce it here in Alabama. But anyway, I'm going to bring it closer so you can see it going in the molds. Hang on. I tell you, you're just getting light as a feather. If you keep losing weight, I don't know what we're going to do. Hang on. There we go. And so I got a little overboard when I first used this, and I spilled it everywhere. If this was a recorded video, I'd use that speed up stuff so you wouldn't have to sit through this whole process. But it is go live, so I'm afraid you're going to have to tolerate the fact it's hot and ready and I've got to pour it all up. I'm sorry. But you do get to see the full impact of what we're doing. Now see, I got too much in that one, so I'm just going to slide it into this one. And try not to waste my gummy mixture. And these are silicone molds. I got just a little bit more than I should. And you can definitely smell the cannabis in these, but this, as I said, is from industrial hemp, not from marijuana. Marijuana is illegal in Alabama. Oh, look at this one. This one here has overflowed, and I'm going to take some of it and poured in this one to finish it up. Just gonna scrape some across the board into that one. What will scoop off the top. There we go. All right, so now these go so now these go in the freezer. So let me take these over the freezer, and then I'm gonna pop those others out and show you what we do. All right, so when we pop them out, we coat them, and we don't have to, but because I like them with it or without it. Uh-oh, there we go. There for a minute, I didn't think those things was gonna come out. What it was is they sat there and they got room temperature, and so getting room temperature, we need to pop them out of the molds as soon as we pop them out of the refrigerator. And
You want me to do some?
yeah. And yeah, I want to show y'all guys. All of them disappeared. So then we bounce them around in the sugar, and then we take them out and we put them on the parchment paper. Now, when we're doing this in class, we will of course utilize exactly how many milligrams is going in, so that we can decide how many milligrams that we want our gummies to be. So I can teach you how to make 10 milligram gummies, 25 milligram gummies, 50 milligram gummies. I can teach you how to make 1,000 milligram gummies. so that's one of the things that we're doing when we have this class. Aren't they cute? Little pot leaves. Yep. I've had, I don't know, 3. This is strawberry flavor. So what did you think of the strawberry flavor?
I didn't hate it.
You ate it, but I mean, it was.
I didn't hate it.
Oh, you didn't hate it. Oh, that's wonderful. Half of her problem is that she's not adventurous to try new things. And so you tried something strawberry one time, and it was bad. And so all strawberry stuff was committed to the depths of hell from that point forward in her life, right, babe? Right? Look at her. She's like, yeah. Throw them in there when you get them out. And they're pretty easy to come out. So, and then because it's gelatin, it does take hot water to wash these molds, let me tell you. But you work on getting those last 2 out, and I mean, it's just so pretty. I mean, it's just so pretty, right? I mean, it's just gorgeous, these things. I mean, I don't know, they make me feel so happy. Yeah? Isn't this cool? So we're laying them out on our parchment paper, and those two stay together. Pop them in. All right. You want to set those on out for me? Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm going to show them the difference. So I've actually coated these 2 times with sugar, and I didn't like it. This is 1 time with sugar, but what happens is the sugar granulars sort of adhere, and they become clear, and you can't even hardly see the sugars there. So that's why I've done these twice. go. All right. And you can clean your moles in between, but you know, this is all clean around the residue, and so we just left that in between, but now we'll soak them in hot water. So, you know, so you can pick that up. We're done now. All right. So if you would take those moles and try to soak them in some hot water, we'll see if that'll come loose. Now, I got something else I want to show you. And now we'll be talking in our $100 class on how to buy your own oil, how to buy your own crystals, and not have to buy them in smaller quantities. And then also how to buy in larger quantities. But this is what I want to show you. We have classes, and we're doing a purees and liquids in soap, coconut milk, you know, goat's milk, carrot puree, coffee soap, liquor, beer, all that kind of stuff. We're adding additives of that sort. And this is beet. This is beet powder in here. And we put that in a pot of water, and we had it on a low boil for, I don't know, 30 minutes or more. And in the end, the beet just would not color this soap. I mean, this oil. It just will not. And we even tried squeezing it, you know, and trying to squeeze some goodie out of it. It just stays yellow. So, if any of you were thinking, like if you put hemp in hot processed soap, and you put the hemp in your, if you put the beet powder in your super fats and stir them up and get them all moist, then you can, once you stir it up and get it all moist, oh, heck, I've lost my train of thought. It's these new pills I'm taking. It's driving me freaking crazy. Okay, so what was I talking about? Okay, if you put the beet powder straight into your super fats and stir it up, it'll make your soap gray. It won't make your soap plum colored, red colored at all. But this right here, I was told that you could do it like this and that you could get plum colored oil. I'm not getting plum colored oil. And we've really worked hard to get plum colored oil. I mean, we've worked hard. And we don't get plum colored oil. You know, with any other thing that's in there, it'd be leaching out and all that stuff, but it's determined. Beet is not the way to go. You want to be a taster, don't you? Look at all these things. I'm telling you, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. Look at that. I know. I'm so excited about it. I love gummies. I just love gummies. So, how long have they been in the freezer? Look and see if they look ready. Me teasing you. Oh, teasing you, hanging them up. I'm sorry. I'm a bad girl. But hey, listen. Now you can go and do this yourself. You can test it and try your own CBD stuff, and you can try and watch all thousands of videos and formulate your recipe and make it work. But if you would like for me to teach you absolutely everything I know about making gummies and how to use different products, you know, depending on what you can get your hands on in making those gummies, we're going to have an awesome class. I really think, though, that you should take the CBD class first, because the CBD class is sort of an introduction to CBD. It gets all of the questions of out of the way of legality and you know what's legal and where and when and why and then therefore where to source and how to source and what to be careful of, because you can buy hot stuff that could get you in trouble if you're not in a legal state by accident. I almost did, and I learned that lesson. So you just think about it, and maybe you might like to take the class. Is there anybody here? Linda says, take the class. Linda Pierce says, take the class. Linda, are you taking the class? Who's here that's taking the class? Tell us who you are. I know we've got 11 people. or 12 taking the class. And I'm really excited about that. We're going to have CBD bath bomb classes, CBD soap classes, CBD massage oil classes, CBD balm classes. I'm going to teach you how to make my CBD balm in person. All those kind of classes we're going to have. Pam says, I'm coming. All right, so I'm going to go get them out of the freezer now. I can't wait. Hang on.
They're not ready.
They're not ready?
They're nowhere near ready.
Oh.
You can see where my finger got stuck.
All right, they're not. I swear, this freezer don't seem as cold as it did. It's not blowing. And there's moisture.
I think I did good in the other freezer.
Huh? It did better in the other freezer?
They were done.
Let's let that. We put hot stuff in this one, and it's not liking it. If you notice, they're still wiggly. So, here you go. So anyway, if you go to soapykisses.com, you can take the CBD class video. It's your introductory, and then tonight I'm going to put the CBD gummy class here, and we're going to teach you how to make some gummies. But anyway, so does anybody have any questions? I mean, we're just waiting on the gummies, right? So I might as well answer some questions. Anybody got questions? I got music in my head. I tell you, I really want to make these and sell them. And I really do. I want to make my own gummies, and I want to sell them. And you can buy these little pouches in different sizes that has a window so that you can see what's in it. So this is what I'm going to buy if I can get away with selling and making my own gummies. I called the FDA today, and wouldn't you know, this is the one day that after 1 o'clock they're closed a week for meetings, right? So anyway, and I know people all over the place that are making their own gummies. But you know, we try really hard to always be upstanding and legal with everything that we do. So I've had a health inspector come, the health department inspector come, and now I've got to get a hold of the FDA. And we got to see if these fall into nutritional supplements, so therefore my FDA kitchen is adequate, or if I'm going to have to get a health department kitchen. Kim, are you still be working another 3.5? If you are, I am on my way to visit you. Get a taste test ready. Steve will be here at 8 o'clock, and he's got to put up one TV mount. Oh, that's what I got to show you. Hang on. And then we're getting the freak out of here. He's got a long weekend. But look, I've got a TV. Oh, I can't cast. Can I see your phone and cast with it? Because I've got a live video going, so I can't cast. But I can show you on her phone. Make sure there's no messages, showing or anything. Your privacy. Protect your privacy, is that I always tell us. Hey, you only make melt and pour soap, but you can learn how to make regular soap with me. Okay, so let's see. All right. It's telling people making gummies for pain live. That is so fun. Okay, so I'm looking for There it is. Okay. I have another YouTube channel, and that's it right there. If you'd like to subscribe. And it's Kimberly McNutt Hodes Essential Soap 2. They wouldn't take my name off of it. I tried it just to be Essential Soap 2, but they were determined. So I have videos on essential oils. I've got 4 of them up so far. So I can now, this is how we watch TV at night. And so there's this little,
one of the most popular and versatile.
and so I hit the cast, and now it's going to cast on the TV. So
And versatile essential oils. Lavender essential oil is a powerhouse of healing properties and is great for reducing stress, relieving pain, improving blood circulation, repelling insects, providing relaxation.
I like this voice better.
The ultimate essential oil guide. Which ones to use and for what? The world of essential oils is vast.
So now I can turn this towards my customers.
Are these plant extract?
I can turn these towards my customers. I can turn this TV towards my customers, and I can be playing my videos. I can cast them from my phone. I can pick create a playlist that will play over and over all day here in the store. I can be teaching them about a bar of my soap. So on this channel, I can do videos that I want to play in my store, but I would hope that you would also enjoy them. But there'll be educational videos on essential oils, on herbs, like what's certain herb good for, that kind of thing. So that's what this channel is going to be all about. And I've got 4 videos up on it. And Hillary can send y'all a link, or she might get somebody else to do it if she's not to where she can. I wasn't sure if she was to where she could. And do you remember when I purchased the Amazon palette, and I told you that when I put my hand on it, it made my hand tingle, and so I had to have that one, even though I couldn't see in there good. And wouldn't you know, that big old thing was on there. So let me show you what it does. Look at that. And then I can turn it towards my customers, or I can turn it towards us, and I can put our security cameras on it so that we can be watching what people are doing, you might say. There we go. In the store, if they come in while we're working in the back. And also, I can cast it so that she can keep up with whether she needs to go up front and help Bridget. So, like, if Bridget was slammed, but she didn't realize it because she was hot and heavy making soap or something, she would be able to see how many people's in here with our camera up there, and then she would be able to go up there and help Bridget or me when I needed it because we were slammed. So I'm so excited about that. Let's see. Oh, I don't know how to open yours. Oh, wait.
It's actually that powerful? Yes.
Right?
Do I need to be the DIY loving, crunchy
Hey,
type
check
to
and see
use
if
and
they're
enjoy
done.
them? Not at all. Can I just dab a few drops on my skin and call it a day?
And once.
Nope. Please don't. What the heck do I use all these different scents for?
Oh,
Let me
I'd have
help
to know
you.
her pen, but
What
I
are
love to
essential oils?
cast.
Essential oils are highly concentrated, volatile plant extracts, explains Avery.
There you go. And the websites where I find the information, I put those in the description so that you can go and check out the websites that the material came from. And if you're more of a reader instead of a listener, I'm a listener. So how are they?
I think they're done. I got one to come out.
All right, bring them here. Bring them here. We're impatient. We're impatient. Y'all will have to come tomorrow when Bridget's here and just say, I saw her making them on the YouTube. I get one for free. Right? Right. Okay. So these are a little sticky. Look. So these need more time. But we can still taste them. I do like me some peach. Mmm. these back to her and let her put them in there for a little longer. Oh, well. More like peach flavor. Okay. All right. So after that, we're going to start packing up. I've got one more TV monitor going up at the front that'll play the cameras all the time. I have a camera here, a camera back there, and then 6 cameras up front, and they all show. They're all going to show on this other one, which of course I picked up off the side of the road where somebody threw it away because I'm a dumpster diver. Okay, so anyway, I saw my mom today, and I hadn't seen her in about 4 or 5 days because Steve was not feeling well, and my dad has leukemia, so we never ever get around Dad if we even suspect that we're not well. And so anyway, so I saw her for the first time today, and she went, "Kim, you've lost so much weight." And you know, I sort of feel that. I feel like I've lost weight, but I still got so long to go. I'm just back in my fat caver pants. Now I got to get back in my skinny caver pants, which is never ever skinny because I don't know if I was ever made skinny. Maybe somewhere. So I love y'all guys so much, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And remember, soapykisses.com. Yeah, he's had it for years now, but we put him on the black cumin, and it's as if he doesn't have it, but we still watch him about sicknesses. That black cumin, yeah, the black cumin. Do I look like I've lost weight? I'm telling you, I'm so excited. Anyway, so, but he has the slow kind, but he was like 77 or 8, and now he's like 87 or 8. Anyway, and so he's had it for a long time now, but he just suddenly got really, really sick. He was losing weight. He was the color of paper. He was having to use a walker. He couldn't even pick his feet up. He was sliding his feet across the room. And we literally thought, this is it. Dad's gone. And but we took him to the doctor, and we went through our paces, and they discovered that he had leukemia, which is a cancer of the blood. And so they told us, the doctor did, you know, I said, well, okay, what kind of medications? Nothing. They gave us a packet of hand sanitizer with hand sanitizer coupons. And they said, keep him away from anybody sick and use this relentlessly all the time. And we were like, you know, and they said, because he's not going to die from the leukemia. The leukemia is going to destroy his immune system and his, you know, white and red blood cells or whatever, along with it. And he's going to die because he's going to get something really silly like pneumonia from the flu or just a common virus, and all of a sudden he's got pneumonia in the hospital, and they said that he would probably die of pneumonia, and that we didn't have that much longer to just go home and make him happy and comfortable. Like, I don't know, what, 8 years later or something? I don't know. He's still kicking, and he's climbing ladders, and he's just doing great. Within a couple of weeks of putting him on the black cumin, he was eating again. He wasn't sliding his feet on the floor. He was up walking, and he started eating, and they don't know what to think with him at the doctor's office, and we don't tell him what he's doing because we're just so afraid that they'll tell him not to. And he probably would quit if a doctor told him to, and doctors are so silly sometimes about natural things. But anyway, I know. And he's still kicking it. And they told him he's in remission. Sometimes they'll redo his test results because the doctors won't believe how good his test results is. He's never like lost more. He actually gained like a half of a point or something. He's never lost any more from that time forward. His blood work's always perfect, or like it was, you know, he's not degressing. So which is awesome, right? Black cumin is the fountain of youth, and it's wonderful. But anyway, hey, do you think them gummies might be ready now? She says no. All right, we're just gonna have to wait. Okay, so talk about cancer. Let's talk about cancer, okay? So what causes cancer to die is predominantly THC. And they do want a healthy balance of CBD and THC in what you take when you have cancer. But, and so what happens, and the reason that cancer cells die is because when a THC molecule touches a cancer cell, it looks at it and says, go die. And the cancer cell dies and goes to the liver to be processed out the body. And that's what happens to any cell in your body when it's time for it to go and a new one has been replaced to replace it. It's like so many days your cells replace. And so when it comes up to a cancer cell, it goes, go die. Something's wrong with you. You're weird. And it goes and dies. And that's how come people survive with cancer with THC. But they do want a healthy dose of CBD and THC, and they are doing studies on what CBD alone can do for cancer. And there is some cancers that they think it might help, but ultimately it does require a THC level. For a person who has cancer, I've been doing a lot of study on this because Steve's sister has stomach cancer, and so I'm trying to be prepared if she ever wants to go to a state where they do medical marijuana, and I want to make sure that she knows what to buy, what to get, what to use, how long to use it, all that kind of stuff. So ultimately it's a half a gram per twice a day for 6 to 9 weeks is the average, like, you know, what we would call a chemo dose regimen, but with THC products, with medical marijuana, which looks just like that. That's medical marijuana, but this is from hemp, so there's no THC. So this is what it looks like. And but you have to use the actual plant that has THC in it for cancer, is what I'm told. And so for cancer, but now CBD does help people with cancer with appetite, nausea, and all of the symptoms that happens from the chemo. CBD helps with all of that, and we have quite a few cancer patients who come in and buy it, or their relatives buy it for them, and I tell them all that they need to be taking at least 25 milligrams of CBD every day if they have cancer, if they want to try to make a difference. And also on the studies, some people say, well, why does pot smokers get cancer? Well, they did studies on this once they figured out what cancer does, and it seems that a pot smoker can only infiltrate his tissues this deep.
It's still really sticky.
It's still really sticky? Yeah, but it's firmer. I didn't think I accidentally put more water in here, but we'll see. I'll start taking these out. So anyway, so they say that a pot smoker will never get mouth cancer, or tongue, or lip, or throat, or cancer here, or brain cancer, or anything cancerous like that, because the THC molecules from just smoking has the ability to get this deep. So when you want to get the THC deeper, you could either take it through the back door or through the front door. And we'll discuss a lot more on this when we do our CBD classes, because we're going to teach you everything I know about CBD to the best of my ability. So anyway, so let's see what happens with these things. Are they going to come out? Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah. And so, see, there it is. Let's pop it in some sugar. And ta-da! Do you want to taste the peach one? Come here. Come here. Come here.
I will.
She
I'm
likes
getting
straw.
paid for it.
Oh, that's true. She's getting paid for it, she says, huh? And after 2 of them, did it help any with your back?
Mm-hmm.
Is your back? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's on serious pain medication because you have some serious things wrong with her back, and because of that, she's been taking that for so long that it's messed her resistance up. So, what do you think of peach?
particularly don't like peach.
She particularly don't like peach, but was it tolerable? I mean, you know, like, you know, for medicine purposes, it was tolerable. You didn't think,
Yeah.
yeah. So you could live with it if that was the last one that was left. You could eat the peach one if it was going to help your pain.
It's got more of a CBD flavor than the strawberry did.
Really? I dissolved it better in this one.
Taste it more,
You taste it,
but
more.
not as much as I did with the orange one.
Not as much. It could be that certain flavors don't disguise it as well.
Yeah, it might just be the peach flavor.
Yeah, the peach may not disguise it as well as the strawberry and the orange and the strawberry did.
I'm not a big fan of peach.
Oh, they're cold. I love the peach. I would definitely go for peach over the other.
I think I do the strawberry out of all three, and I don't even like strawberry.
No, I don't taste the CBD.
Maybe it's the peach I'm tasting though.
I don't taste it too. It's the peach. It has this little note that floats around the top that sort of spikes your flavor buds,
Yeah.
which I can enjoy and enjoy on short, you know, small amounts. I wouldn't be able to eat a lot of that. Like peach, that is a Jello. I would be like, no, thank you very much. But as a gummy, it's pretty good. I like the peach, but I couldn't eat tons of it. All right, so I've like took up plenty of your time. And I love you all. And I hope you join us for our CBD classes coming up. We're going to be doing, as I said, gummies, bath bombs, cake mixes, brownies, everything you might want to make with your own CBD to get so that you can have it in a pleasant fashion. There you go. All right. Bye, everybody.